For 50 years, Elias had kept the light. The Sentinel Lighthouse was more than a home. It was a covenant, a promise of safety to all who navigated these treacherous waters. But tonight, the sky was a bruise of purple and gray, and the sea whispered threats it had never uttered before. This was no ordinary storm, this was a monster. As the first waves, colossal and cruel, hammered against the stone, the old tower groaned like a dying beast. Elias, performing his familiar duties, felt a tremor, not just in the floor, but in his soul. He had seen 1,000 storms, but this one felt personal, a test aimed at the very heart of his lifelong conviction. His faith, once as solid as the rock beneath him, began to feel the gnawing damp of doubt. He remembered the wrecks, the faces of those the sea had claimed, despite his vigilance. Was his light, his faith, truly enough? Then, the unthinkable. With a sickening sputter, the great lamp died. The world dissolved into a terrifying, roaring blackness. In that moment, the darkness outside was matched by the darkness within. Despair, cold and absolute, washed over him. 50 years of service, extinguished in an instant. His promise was broken. His faith, a ruin. But in the suffocating dark, his trembling hands found something else, the cold, familiar shape of the old emergency lantern. It was a relic, a thing of oil and wick from a forgotten time. With shaking hands, he struck the flint, once, twice. A spark, a tiny, defiant flame sprang to life, a fragile star in his private night. Clutching this small light as if it were the last prayer in the world, he ascended the tower once more. The wind shrieked, threatening to steal his flame, but he shielded it, his body a bulwark, against the gale. He placed the small lantern within the magnificent lens, and a weak, yet unbroken, beam of light pierced the storm. It wasn't a triumphant roar. It was a whisper of hope against the void. Through the long, brutal night, he watched that little light hold its own. As dawn bled across the horizon, the storm finally broke. And there, on the now-calm waters, was a fishing boat, battered but whole. Its horn sounded across the water a salute, a thank you. Elias watched the rising sun, tears tracing paths through the grime on his face. His faith had not been shattered. It had been tempered in the crucible of darkness, and in the quiet morning light, it shone brighter than ever before.